Hello and welcome to Off the Island, where Standard Online recaps all the latest drama from the Love Island villa. Today we have a very special guest from the current series. Eve, Gale,
Hi.
welcome to Off the Island. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you.
Now, you've been back a little while, haven't you? I think it's been around a week.
Yeah, I think so. I've kind of lost track of days, but yeah.
And when you've been back, obviously your sister Jess is still in the villa. Have you been watching to see how she's been getting on?
I have been. I've been watching her, I've been watching her very well, actually. And it's because that's the only kind of contact I get with her. So I'm like, I can't wait to watch her and just see what she's doing, see what she's up to.
Because you guys are super close, aren't you? Isn't it? This is like the longest amount of time you've been apart.
The longest, yeah. And it's just weird because I don't know when I'm next going to see her again. Like, it could be a week, it could be like 5 weeks. I don't.
Watching Nas have to make that decision was heartbreaking. How was it for you? It must have been horrible.
Yeah, well, for me, I kind of always knew like Jess and Nas they were a little bit closer. I don't even know why, but I think they just spoke a lot more. And they always were. And for me, I think I was ready to go. I kind of like, when they said my name, I don't think I would have walked, but I was like relieved. I'm happy. Like, I like to be back home. And I think and Jess and Nas, I'm sure they're having a great time in there. So, and she's still in there. So like, he sent us both home.
Yeah.
So.
And then while you were in there, because you were a fan of the show before, right?
Yeah.
What was it like to sort of be in the villa? Was it really surreal?
It was so surreal. I didn't feel like it was me there, and I didn't really feel like, oh my God, I'm on Love Island. Like, it was really different to what I expected it to be. I don't even know how to describe it, but just different. And like, it didn't really kick in, to be honest. Like, I think when you start doing the recouplings, that's when it feels like real. I'm on Love Island, but sometimes I just feel like I'm just chilling in this random villa, like
in this absolutely amazing villa.
It's so nice.
Because it's huge as well, the villa this year, right?
It's literally massive. Like, we would literally play hide and seek, all of us, and we would get lost. Like, we would get lost, and there's so many like doors that open up to like secret like little places, like cameras and like back rooms. Like, it's just huge.
Would you suddenly like open a door and find a room of cameras?
Yeah, I would like open the door and it'd just be like a room, like a production room, like that I'm not meant to be, and I'd be like, oh, okay, back. But like, there's kind of loads of little like corners and that, but there's cameras everywhere. Like, there's no escaping. Like, I think apart from the toilets, there's cameras everywhere.
Oh my
so
God.
yeah, there's no privacy.
And when you're going through that whole process, you've obviously got a lot of time to chill out. Do you find yourself just thinking everything through?
Oh my gosh, when I'm in there, I think I overthought everything. You worry about everything because you're just sat there and you don't have your phone, you don't have your family, you don't have your friends, you don't have that like normal reassurance to kind of bring you back to reality. And it isn't reality, it's also surreal. So like, a lot of the time it's quite hard, it's tough because you're just thinking about the outside world. I was worrying, panicking, like having really weird dreams. Like, it's just really odd. And now it's time to play What's in the Pineapple. Who is most likely to go to the hideaway first? I think Mike and Leanne will probably go to the hideaway first. And I feel like, they'll have a great time in the hideaway. Who is most likely to mug someone off? Connor with a G. Who is most likely to break up first? I'm going to go with Paige and Finn. Who is most likely to forget their other half in Casa Amor? Paige. Who is most likely to have their head turned? Callum. Who is most likely to become official? I think Leanne and Mike, definitely. Who is most likely to do bits first? Mike and Leanne. And apparently, like, people are saying they already look like they have done a few bits. I'm not sure. I can't comment on that. Done. Nothing more in the pineapple.
So finally, we have got time for some predictions for the rest of the series. It is still early days, but do you think any of the couples that we've got now are going to make it to the final?
I think 3 couples. I think Mike and Leanne, Sean and Callum, and Sophie and Connor. But that's all of the 3 strong couples. I think they're the only,
Yeah?
Apart from Paige and Finn. Not that I don't think Paige and Finn, but I feel like that's still very, very early, so I can't really really comment too much on that. But I think the 3 couples, they're quite solid, definitely.
Do you think? And what was it like being around them in the villa? Like, did they, because they've all had their problems, haven't they?
Yeah.
Or like small hiccups. What, are they as big as they've seemed on TV or?
I think like when you're in there, it seems so dramatic. Like it just everything seems so dramatic. It seems like loads is going on. But when you kind of watch it back, it doesn't even seem that dramatic. Like I think when you're in there, everything's just times 100. So like all the emotions are just massive when you're in there, and like when you're out, it just kind of seems a bit more like relaxed, like just like a little tiff like stuff in there. But when you're in there, it was very dramatic.
And obviously it is Love Island, but we have seen in past series people bit of snaky behaviour, guys whose heads are turned. Is there anyone on this series that you think, oh, their head could be turned, maybe in Casa and more?
Maybe Connor's head in Casa and
Connor
more.
with a G or
No, original Connor.
OG Connor.
Yeah, I think maybe just because Sophie's had the chance to kind of like get to know some other people, like she's got to know Connor with a G, maybe original Connor might be like, oh, I don't know whether his head will completely turn, but I think he'll definitely maybe be like, oh, well, he's only really got to know Sophie, so maybe it would be good for him as well to kind of get to know another girl, and then it might even reaffirm like how much he does like Sophie.
Yeah. So finally, I know it's early, but I am going to make you do it. Who do you think is going to win?
I think Mike and Leanne, 100%. I've said that all the way through, like since I've got out, been doing all the interviews. I think Mike and Leanne, I think they're solid.
What is it about them that you think makes them so solid?
They're just so like, they just behave naturally, like naturally as though they are just a couple in the outside world. I think they're definitely not going to be like all the way through solid and strong. I feel like they are going to have their moments where like Mike's head might be turned, Leanne might have her doubts, but I feel like they are going to come back together and be stronger than ever.
Amazing. Well, that is a lovely note to end on. Thank you so much for coming on our show. So sadly, that is all we've got time for, but check out all the latest Love Island gossip on Standard Online, and we'll be back with another episode of Off the Island next week. Thanks.